Eileen Sturgill Thompson from 1957.
That's right.
So tell us something about Harold.
This is about Clyde.
Clyde.
We were in study hall with Harold, Jean, and I were sitting on one side, and my friend was sitting on the end of the table, and Clyde down on the other end. Well, we were throwing spitballs, and my friend Myrtle was laughing, and Clyde threw a spitball, and it went down her throat, and she had to cough it back. That's it. That's awful, isn't it?
That's funny.
Okay.
And Harold's got one over here. Let's see if I get a shot of him. Yeah.
We'll go ahead and get started.
Push down on that.
I would just like to take this time to welcome each of you all to the 29th annual Louisa High School reunion. Many of you all have been coming for years and years, maybe just a few years, but some back this year that has been absent for a few years. And it's different for you sitting down there with me after you're looking back and seeing the smiles on your face, knowing that you are enjoying yourselves for the effort you made to come today, renewing old acquaintances. And, you know, I could ask you the question today, why are you here? And I probably would get a pretty dumb question. But many people go to things for various reasons. I would say that you're here today simply because of the memories and the friendships that you made 30, 40, 50 years ago. And hopefully today you'll make new friendships, and those people that you've seen, you've relived those joyous memories that you had from years gone, and maybe you made a few more today. And so we hope that today will be a great day for you, and that you enjoy the effort you've made to come today. At this time, somebody step out in the hall if they would, and ask Leanne Spry to step into the door just a minute. They're the caterers. Maybe she'll be here in a minute. She's trying to clean up. Mike Miller, a young man who was sitting out in the hall, who was a graduate of the class of 1969.
There she is.
Leanne, we just want to express our appreciation to you and the Rebel Barn and your staff for the wonderful food and the catering service that you've so amply provided for us. Thank you much. As I was saying, Mike Miller, who was a graduate of the 1969 class here at the Louisa High School, has been doing a project on the books. This is one of the books that he is, this is not the actual book, I think this is the prototype, but he's been sitting around that, right in the hall, and I think he's talked to most of you. But if you haven't talked to Mike and you're interested in this book project that he's got about nothing but the Louisa High School and the years beyond when we were here, he'll be out in the hallway for a while longer, and we'll be taking a short break in a little bit to sell tickets again for the UK basket. You might want to go out and see him and see if you're interested in the book and the project that he's got going. Wanted to introduce themselves, and they said no, they don't know us by now, they're not going to know us. So if you might want to come by after the reunion is ended and express your thanks to them for the great job I think they do. And So I think at this time, even though we just now taken up, I want to just take a few minutes for the sale of the UK basket tickets. We'll take about a 10-minute break for that. And I just want to say that the value of the basket this year is at least $200.
You want a funny story?
Yeah.
Well, and I don't remember whether it was my freshman year or my sophomore year. I was trying to lock out a couple of my fellow classmates. One of them was Veronica Moore, and got inside the room. It was right before Latin class. Locked the door to keep the girls out, not thinking anybody else is going to be messing around. Lo and behold, I heard Baskin Boyd's voice open the door. I hadn't had him in class yet, and if you knew Baskin Boyd, who taught at Mullins High School 50 years, you would have been intimidated at that time. Anyway, needless to say, I unlocked the door, and he gave me some grief. I told her about my first encounter with Mr. Baskin Boyd before I ever had him in class. I can't remember, it was right before last. And I don't know whether it's my freshman year or my sophomore year, but
geometry and trigonometry teacher. But the one thing I remember about Baskin Boyd was at the end of the school year, every year he told the same joke over and over. Every year he would tell about what did the monkey say when he got his tail caught in the lawnmower. Won't be long now. You remember?
Some of the jokes just live on forever and ever and ever.
But some of us left high school and became ministers.
Methodist ministers is that?
Methodist ministers.
We couldn't be Baptist because we hadn't learned how to read yet.
Well, I started out as a Methodist, but I'm a Baptist.
Yeah, you learned how to read?
I learned how to read.
How about that?
I did learn how to read.
Okay.
Eddie is an infamous American history professor down in South Carolina.
I'm retired though. That's a good thing. Yeah, I can sleep if I want, but now you get to our age, you can't sleep past. You know, you wake up like, I want to sleep some more, but I can't.
Do it, yeah.
So what I do, I get up and take the grandkids to school and let my son stay in his house. And I take the grandkids to school.
Is from the class of 1945, and Betty Lou, I don't know whether I should say this or not, or telling secrets, but Betty Lou is moving away. And she says she probably don't know if she'll be back to another reunion or not. And so Betty Lou's been so faithful to come through a reunion most years. I'm going to ask her if she wants to come and to say a few words about what the reunion has meant to her. And just what she'd like to say for a few. I told her I'd give her 30 seconds. Come on up, Betty.
It won't take me longer than that to get up
I really don't need this cane. It's just a fashion accessory. And it folds up. If you don't want to be seen carrying a cane, you can fold it up and put it in your purse or your pocket. But you all are my friends. I can't tell you how much you mean to me because, like Clyde said, I've been to all these reunions. And I've seen you all grow up. And I've seen you grow older. That's why you came. I have inner ear problems, dizziness. I'm not lame or anything like that except when I'm dizzy. So I think I want to say one thing. Don't waste your money on jewelry and fancy stuff, especially rings. And you husbands, don't buy your wife's rings because as time goes on, their knuckles get so big they can't get them on. And something else, I had a thing on my arm. I took it off because I didn't want you all to think that I was completely decrepit. But I was thinking about, bracelets and watches. You don't know what's going to happen to you when you get older. And of course, I'm only 87. When Elsie asked for someone to come up here, that'd been a cheerleader, I almost came up here to let a yell. But I was afraid I might fall. But I don't have this many friends left in Louisa. And you are my friends. Everybody else has died. I mean, that's the truth. Johnny and I went through school, and right now there's no one in our church that has belonged to our church for 78 years. So I've been a member of the First Baptist Church for 78 years. But times have changed, as you know. And John and I are from the old school. And we were taught different things than you all were. And Mr. Boyd used to pound the desk, say, "Betty Lou, why can't I teach you something?" And of course his face would be red as blood. So he said, anytime anybody wants to have an assistant, be assisted in math, come and knock on my door. So in study hall, I got real wise. So I'm stupid when it comes to math. But I would take my book in and my paper and I'd say, "Mr. Boyd, can you help me with this problem?" "Why, yes, Betty Lou, why, yes." Well, he didn't fail me anyhow. He thought he knew I was trying. He didn't just think, but I was trying. So, the school system is so different now, and, well, I don't have to go into that, but